We are located at Legon, Adjiringanor, the Manor Valley Road, beside the police station. And these are some of our services. So we do general walk-in clinic, pediatric including neonatology. We do obstetrics and gynecology. We have a urologist. We do dialysis, emergency care. We provide family planning services, surgical emergencies. We do ultrasound services, laboratory services, travel medicines, pharmacy services, internal medicine, ENT, and then we have a canteen in case you are on admission or you walk in for any of our services. And we have the following private insurances we take here. So I'll mention a few of them, which are GMPC, we take Acacia, Premium Mutual, Glyco, Apex, Nationwide, Gap, and then Cosmopolitan. And so without wasting much time, I would like to introduce our presenter for today. And he's in the name of Dr. Humphery Oduro. So please, Doug, you can take over. Thank you.
Thank you, Tasha. And thank you to everybody who has made it to today's presentation. If you can hear my voice properly, can you give me a hi, either by voice or at the chat session, because it'll become relevant once questions start popping up. Great. Somebody said a hi. Good. So it means you can hear me. So today, as our poster that's been going around has said so far, we're looking at a condition that we have mostly not taken, actually more than one condition we've not been taken too seriously. But unfortunately, we have just two eyes. And by two eyes, I mean when you lose one or both, that is all you got. I remember I was when we were young, they lied to us that, oh, when you lose your eyes, they would put cat eyes there for you. Until I grew up and I realized that cat eye was just a type of frame that these fashionable ladies like to wear. But as in the real animal cat, there's no way they can put its eye in your eye if you lose your own. So I welcome all of you to today's presentation that we're looking at and preventable blindness in Ghana. The earlier topic that's been going around was that some blindness are preventable. So love your eyes. So if you can see from your screens, once again, this is from Ghana, Canada. And today we are bringing to your homes, in your cars, in your various offices, preventable blindness in Ghana. Now, framing the challenge, I like to put across that the only thing more tragic than losing your sight is having the means to prevent it and failing to act. And my first category of people I will address will be healthcare professionals. By that, I mean people who work with health facilities, our nurses, our lab scientists, the doctors, and even the administrative staff. They have all sorts of health benefits, but we are too busy working. So people see things going on with their eyes and they don't do much. Oh, I'll be fine. Oh, this is nothing. Oh, my grandma, my grandpa experienced this. I think it's nothing. Until they grow up to realize that, oh man, this is too late. I can't do anything about it. And healthcare professionals are very, very good service providers, but quite terrible patients. I want us to take a quick look at some class of people who are usually known to be at very high risk of eye defects. And I've listed just a few. I'm going to list them quickly because there has to be plenty time to ask plenty questions on your mind. So the first class of people I want to draw your attention, if you know anybody who has any of these or one of the conditions, please draw their attention. They need to go say hello to their eye doctor to find out if everything is fine. And the first class of people, people with diabetes, whether it's been 20, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it's a very good idea you go see your eye doctor and ask, hey doc, I have diabetes. Are my eyes fine? Is everything okay? And the second class of people, glaucoma patients or people who come from a family who has a strong glaucoma history. So I may not have glaucoma, but my mom, my dad, I have an uncle, I have a brother who has glaucoma. And by that, I mean they know it because a doctor told them, not because they read online. And some symptoms they can identify with, they think it is glaucoma. It is only your eye doctor who can confirm whether you have glaucoma or not. So ideally, if I have a mother, an auntie, an uncle who has glaucoma, in Ghana, hook or crook, you have to see your eye doctor to find out. The reason is because the major way you can have it is usually through your genes, and families pass it around a lot. The third people that it's a good idea to quickly see your eye doctor if you are hypertensive. Yes, go check your eyes out. You never know what's going on there. For sickle cell patients, excellent. Just go see your eye doctor. There could be a lot of things going on, and you would not even see it coming. The next thing you know, there's some sort of blindness that you could have prevented it, but you didn't check it out. If you've been getting a lot of migraine or frequent headaches, apart from when you are very hungry, and I'm emphasizing, apart from when you are very hungry, that Ghana type of migraine or headache you've been getting, if it is not caused by hunger or fatigue or stress, it's a very good idea to go find out from your eye doctor because there are a lot of cases that your migraine is caused by your eyes trying to complain. Definitely, if there is difficulty to see or read, whether from distance or near, you have a very good reason to go see your eye doctor. And then, of course, people with HIV and AIDS, definitely yes, go check your eyes out. So, I'm repeating very quickly in case somebody just jumped on board. If you have diabetes, if you have glaucoma, or you know a family member who has glaucoma, if there is hypertension in the system, if you are sickle celled, if there is constant migraine or frequent headache, and I'm going to make that funny quote again, unless you are very hungry, or if there is difficulty seeing or reading whether near or far, or if there is HIV or AIDS, definitely go see your eye doctor because you could be harboring a kind of eye condition that could cause blindness but could have been prevented. So, at this point, just to be sure I'm not confusing anybody, is somebody here who has a question? Because now we're going to delve quick, straightforward into some specifics. If you have a question, you can put it in the chat box or you can unmute your audio session and let me know quickly. This is just for 2 minutes. The few things I've said so far, have I confused anybody? Is there somebody who is confused or somebody who has a question up to this point? Okay, I have people thinking that, oh, let him finish talking. When he finishes now, I can ask all the questions I want to ask. That is also good. But when somebody overtakes you, I'll be smiling with you that you didn't take your shot. So in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. I'm glad I have not confused anybody so far. So then we can move on safely. When we talk about preventable blindness, what are they? Doc, are you saying that there's some blindness that you can prevent? Are you saying there's some blindness you cannot prevent? Basically, yes. Not all blindness are such that you couldn't have done anything about it. But when we are talking about blindness, the legal, medical certified description or definition for blindness is we are looking at somebody who has a visual acuity of about 3/60 in a better seeing eye with the best possible correction. What do I mean? When your vision is impaired, when there is blurriness, simply put, and you see your eye doctor, and after all his plenty tests, the labs, and all the worrying, and the best score you can get on that ABCD chart he has been making you read in the consulting room, if you are scoring 3/60, all those scores, they have meanings. So basically, 3/60 means that for a visual target that somebody can start and can stand at 60 meters and see it properly, you have to go all the way close to 3 meters before you can see it. That's a problem. I repeat, 3/60 in the visual grading means that for a visual target that somebody can comfortably stand at 60 meters and see it clearly without trouble. As for you, you have to go all the way to 3 meters, which is almost close up, very, very close up. 3 meters is about 10 foot. You put your two legs together, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 before you can see it clearly. Meanwhile, somebody can stand at 60 meters and see it clearly, which is very, very far. That's about 120 foot, if I'm correct. That's very far. So if after all the solution he can provide, whether it is surgery, whether it is eye drops, whether it is swallowable medication, whether it is contact lens, whether it is glasses, after all the intervention he can provide, if your vision can get you to 3/60 in your better eye, or even worse, we say that yes, you're blind. And in this category, it means that a person cannot see clearly enough to read a newspaper or recognize a friend from across a room. And you will have to depend on their voice to be able to interact with them properly. So basically, when we are saying blindness, that is a short description of somebody we can classify as blind. Now, when we want to understand blindness that is preventable, we say preventable blindness encompasses vision loss that could have been avoided or reversed through existing cost-effective interventions. So fast forward, before you got into that difficult position of blindness, there is something you could have done about it that was affordable, or your doctors could have done it maybe for free. There are other interventions. You didn't have to get blind, and it could have been prevented. If you're following the visuals I'm showing with you, there is a picture to the top right corner that seemed to cast across a comparison between cataract and glaucoma, which happens to be in the top examples of conditions that can cause preventable blindness. I will speak more about that, but take a look at the picture very well. We will talk about it. But what we are saying here is that this kind of preventable blindness today globally, but could have been prevented. When we pick 100 people, there are about 75. When we pick 100 blind people, there are about 75 to 80 of them that they did not have to get blind if they had sought for intervention earlier on. That's what we are looking at. So basically, for the 80 people that can possibly get blind, that blindness could have been prevented, it could have been avoided, or it could have been managed. Now, looking at this scenario globally, worldwide, sadly, there are over 43 million people who are blind. That's a lot of people. I mean, a lot more than all of Ghana put together. 43 million people blind. And out of this, there are 295 million people who are moderate, severely impaired. We're talking about visual impairment. I mean, close to blindness. As for that one, we have a lot of people. That's 295 million out of the close to 8 billion people we have. And out of this, we are saying 55% of it, and I mean the blindness worldwide, 55% of it could have been prevented. Now, the leading causes of this preventable blindness, I repeat, preventable blindness. It means the others that you could have not prevented it, we are not counting. The leading cause of those type of blindness we could have prevented, we're looking at cataract. And then there's also refractive error, and then other conditions like glaucoma, diabetes, which we call diabetic retinopathies. Even there are hypertensive retinopathies and all that. But the top two we might look at properly today: glaucoma, cataract, and refractive errors. Now, Ghana's blindness profile. The current reality Ghanaians we're dealing with, we're looking at between 0.4 to about 1% of Ghanaians basically blind, and that kind of blindness could have been prevented. And the top two still remains cataract, glaucoma, and there are other causes. Cataract forms about 54%, 19%, which is a huge difference. It's caused by glaucoma, and the other causes, whether they are retinopathies or others. So if you look at the picture at the bottom left corner of your screen, in case you are looking, if you are driving, please do not bother. We'll make this video available at the right time. There is a picture that depicts an eye. The cornea is fine. You can see the iris, which is dark brown, but in the center of the iris, which is called the pupil, that portion looks grayish, not white, but it's gray. That is a classical example of cataract. It's one, and I mean the number one on the list for the kind of blindness people experience that could have been prevented. Fortunately, cataract is reversible if there are no other conditions in your eyes by a simple surgical procedure. So the top five, basically, we are looking at the cataract, which by the basic definition, we are saying it's the clouding of the eye's natural lens, leading to blurry vision, and the solution is a surgical removal is highly effective. And in Ghana, the success rate is so high. So somebody who has cataract, no other complication, surgery can easily reverse it. Now we have glaucoma as well, which basically is nicknamed the silent thief of sight, which is meant to say that when you have glaucoma, you may never know. The next thing you know, your vision or your sight is gone, and there's nothing you could have done about it. And basically, what glaucoma causes is that it damages your optic nerves, usually due to high pressure, leading to cause of irreversible blindness. So they have given two examples of preventable blindness, blindness that could have been prevented. The first example, cataract, it could have been prevented, but if you get cataract, we are saying that surgical procedures have very high success rates that can reverse it for you. Now, another example of preventable blindness, which is glaucoma, very popular in Ghana. Unfortunately, because of the pressure that built up in your eyes, it attacks your optic nerves. The optic nerves are the cables that connect your eyeball to your brain. It's literally an extension of your brain. They get cut or chopped off by the built-up pressure in your eyes. For this kind of condition, if it causes blindness, your doctors cannot reverse it. And that's one of the major differences we are looking at between cataract and glaucoma. Both can be prevented, but if glaucoma happens, you cannot reverse it. If cataract happens, yes, you have very high chances of reversal. Now, trachoma, which is not so popular nowadays, it's basically an infection in your eye, and it's happening globally. It's a bacterial infection, actually, causing scarring of the inner eyelid, leading to a condition known as trichiasis, and then definitely it will cause blindness. We have diabetic retinopathy. Mary is writing on my display. Diabetic retinopathy, which is increasing a lot nowadays because of diabetes. It basically means it is caused by diabetes. Diabetic retinopathy basically damages the blood vessels in your retina. And then the only way to fix this is early detection and prevention. By that, we make sure your diabetic medications are properly followed. Your eye doctor puts you through other preventive measures to make sure that your blood vessels don't blow up in your retina to cause blood leakage, which can affect your vision. And the last example out of the 5 listed, last but not the least, the class of conditions we call refractive errors. Refractive errors are basically reasons why somebody may need glasses. When the glasses comes, it may fix the problem. And the most popular examples or types of refractive errors are the myopia, which is short-sightedness, hyperopia, which is long-sightedness, astigmatism, which is a type of short-sightedness, but basically letters misbehaving. A looks like an R, F looks like another letter, and that kind of stuff. These kinds, when you get a good doctor, mostly your glasses can do something about it for you. So these are the 5 examples of blindness that can happen to your eyes and could have been prevented. Now, in Ghana, solving these examples have been very successful. And a call to action for individuals like you who is listening to me, the only way, actually one of the top recommended ways that saves you all the time, is you prioritize your eye health by participating in regular eye screenings. By that I mean, as an adult, no matter what, no matter how busy you've been looking for money, enjoying love life, enjoying your husband, your wife, make sure to visit your eye doctor at least once in the year. Let's say you are that stubborn, you've been super busy. Visit your eye doctor minimum once in 2 years. 1 year is highly recommended. Abros are 2 years, it will keep you on the safer side. Maybe, just maybe, nothing would happen to you if you go more than 2 years. But you are just increasing your chances of probably something happening to your eyes that you would not know, and that can cause blindness that you cannot do anything about it later on. And then when it comes to these issues, educating family and friends about preventable blindness is very key to handling this kind of conditions. What do I mean? Healthcare professionals, wonderful people like you who had the opportunity to get educated like today, you need to tell friends about it. And one of the most popular conditions that you need to spread the word is on glaucoma. That, hey, you hear somebody has glaucoma, you recommend their family members get checked out. It is very important. So in most eye clinics like Ghana Canada Medical Center, once it is confirmed Mr. or Miss so-and-so has glaucoma, it is recommended that their immediate relatives, we mean parents or siblings, or in case they have children, we recommend they all get checked out because the other people can easily have it. Now, what about the children? When should a child's eyes be examined? The truth is that most doctors test vision as part of a child's medical examination. They may refer your child to an eye doctor if there is any sign of an eye condition, especially the type that will really disturb them. And in this case, we are looking at other key players of helping kids to make sure that we handle eye conditions in children that can cause big deal. Teachers, and we mean teachers play a major role in helping to identify kids who may have eye issues, since kids spend most of the active times of the day with their teachers. So parents, you get up very early in the morning, you rush them through, you push them in the school bus, or you drop them yourself, and then they spend most of their time in school. You come back late, you hardly have time to listen to them, and the cycle continues on and on. So if there's any parent listening to me, if there's any guardian listening to me, if you have a child who is under your care, you need to talk to their teachers. Hey, how is my child doing? Are they seeing very well from the class board? Do they have to squint before they can see? When they sit at the back of their class, do they struggle to see? All those questions are very relevant. And if there's a parent or a guardian here that your child's teacher has said this once or twice, take them serious. One other way you can know is when you look through your child's assignments they have brought home and there are unreasonable mistakes. They are either writing wrong or what they have written, they are very sure they are right, but you can see there's something wrong about it. They are not seeing. All these are clues that will help you identify that your child could have an eye condition that is dangerous. Is a child likely to inherit my need for their parents' glasses? And by that, I mean, if you're a mother, if you were a daddy, and you've been wearing glasses, does it mean your child could be wearing glasses? And the answer is that possibly. And the reason is because if both the biological parents wear glasses, especially before your 40s, your children are likely to need them as well. We don't say they will need them, they are likely to need them. We mean their chances of having that is very high. And mostly, like we addressed before, the reasons why you need your glasses is because of refractive errors. Refractive errors are mostly hereditary. When mommy has it, when daddy has it, it is very likely they pass on to children, especially if you started using your own way before age 40. So once again, if you were late, I'm drawing your attention. If you know somebody who has diabetes or you have diabetes, if there's somebody who has glaucoma, there's somebody who has hypertension, sickle cell, plenty migraines or frequent headaches, once again in a funny tone, unless you are too hungry all the time, then please see your eye doctor. If there's difficulty seeing or reading, definitely yes. And if there's HIV or AIDS, it will do you a lot of good to visit your eye doctor because he can really help. All right. These other sources I have listed here will be very resourceful in case you want to read more on these few things I've talked about. But if you have made it so far, you have done such a great job sticking with us for the past 30 minutes of your time. Thank you very much from Ghana Canada Medical Center. So once again, you have an opportunity to ask any question you have. I am all eyes and ears. You can put them in your chat box and you can also unmute your microphone and my moderator will help me answer your questions. So I will open the floor to a limited number of questions. So if you have, please go ahead and ask me. We are looking at preventable blindness or blindness that can be prevented. Any questions, I'm willing to answer them.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, sir, go.
Okay.
Do you mind introducing yourself to us? Just a quick 15 seconds introduction.
Yeah, my name is Theo Aitiajen.
Say again?
Theo Aitiajen.
Great. Theo, please go ahead with your question.
Hello, my name is Theo.
Yes, please, Theo, I got you right. Please
I
go
just want
ahead
to
with your
find out whether
question.
there's okay. I want to find out whether there's a type of food that you should eat that will help improve your eyesight, and also a type of physical activities that you can do to help improve your eyesight? That's my question.
Okay, great. Theo, I think it's possibly going to be one of the most brilliant questions anybody would come up with. The a class of foods that's unpopular in Ghana, even though we have them in abundance. Very hot colored vegetables and fruit. And by that, your carrots, your lettuces, your orange, and the cucumbers, they are great. Specifically, example, we're looking at coconut water. Coconut water is great with your side, especially for people who like fizzy drinks or like to drink. Coconut water is an excellent replacement because now you get to save yourself from all the side effects. Coconut water is great and working on your eye pressures and specifically to glaucoma because when somebody has glaucoma, we're looking at too much pressure in their eyes built up, which results in cutting or chopping of their optic nerves. And so, ideally, your bright foods and brightly foods, which is vegetables and fruits, they are your best shots. But I must say, all these they are needed not in large quantities. These minerals that do us a lot of good when you eat them, it's not something you need them in large quantities. If you have supplements, which some of them come in medications, and sometimes when you come to the eye hospital, your doctors give to you. There are these supplements in these foods. They are basically given to you to take, like you have supplement for your body, we say vitamin or mineral supplements for your body. There's also a type like that for your eyes. But naturally, less junk food, plenty local food, and most especially bright fruits and vegetables. They do your eyes a lot of good. Please do not go and quote me anywhere, all my listeners, that the doctor says plenty local food is good. And so whether breakfast, lunch, or supper, you are ordering for fufu and you are eating it day and night. I mean, our local recipes, they are wonderful for our eyes. Thank you very much, Futhio. I hope I am clear on that, please.
Thank you very much. Yes. Thanks.
All right. Great. So the next person can ask his or her question.
Hello, Doc.
Hi. Can you introduce yourself? And your voice is down. Can you speak up a bit?
Yeah, my name is Sophie.
Again, please.
My name is Sophie.
Sophie.
Yes, please.
Okay, Sophie is shy, so she can't speak too loud. Please go on. I'll manage and hear you out.
Oh, thank you. So I just wanted to know if a person is having advanced glaucoma in one, actually the person has glaucoma, and for one eye, it's to be in an advanced state. So vision for that particular eye is so poor. However, the better eye, it was recently discovered that there's cataract in that eye.
Okay.
And so it's also causing blurry vision. So we just want to know if at this stage anything can be done to, I don't know if reversal, but at least to maintain the current state so that it doesn't deteriorate.
Okay, thank you very much, Sophie. That's your name, right?
Yes, please.
Wonderful question. So glaucoma and cataract as the top, they fall within the top 5 conditions that cause preventable blindness. How they affect your eyes are quite different. The basic definition for glaucoma is blurriness or blindness in the eye, just because the pressure in your eye is too high and the cable or your optic nerve it's cut off, whether partially or fully. So you lose connection between your eyeball and your brains. So literally the eyeball could be that healthy, but is unable to send the information to your brain to interpret. So in your question, that eyeball could have very bad vision. And then in the other eye, there is cataract, which is caused by the clouding of your lens by lens. Let me see if I can show that slide again. In the middle, great. There's a slide I'm showing right now. Two pictures. The one on top is a matured cataract. When it comes to cataract, it's the middle or the center of the eyeball, which is usually the pupil. There is a lens behind your pupil. When it becomes cloudy, there are different reasons why somebody's lens could be cloudy. Some are born with it. I mean, even today, 1 day unborn baby could have it. Some could be abuse of certain medications. Some could be just because of old age, but the most popular cause for cataract is usually because of old age. The lens in that eye becomes cloudy, just like your dark hair gets gray when you age in your 50s and 60s. It's not really a sickness for that age-related cataract. It's not really a sickness. But the vision can become very blurry because that lens that has become cloudy is supposed to be as clear as possible. When such a case is presented to your doctor, he runs the person through the preliminary tests. The glaucoma, such a person can be on medication, pressure maintaining, pressure reducing medication, whether the type that they put in their eye or they swallow. If it is that bad, there are surgical procedures to also handle that, to maintain the pressure in that eye. Now, the other eye that has no glaucoma and has cataract can always be surgically removed unless there is a very high risk of triggering glaucoma in the other eye, such that maybe after the surgery, the vision could be that bad that there's no point trying. But unless the risk is too high, there is always a very high chance that the cataract can be removed. The person's vision in that eye that doesn't have glaucoma can come back to how it was before, and vision could be manageable until they reach their old age, their 70s, 80s, 90, or 100, and then they take their leave. So cataract is reversible, basically, if the complications will not outweigh the benefits that we are looking at. Sophie, I hope I answered your question.
Yes, please. I believe so. So that means for the glaucoma, there may be little or no
Yes,
solution
as I was
per
saying in my
se.
presentation, glaucoma is not reversible. If someone
Mm.
has lost his or her vision to glaucoma, whether 100% or 90% or 80% of vision loss, it cannot be brought back. Nothing can be done about it. The vision left can only be preserved or maintained by making sure the pressure doesn't get out of hand. That's why they put you on pressure preserving medications so that the vision doesn't further get worse. But as in coming back, no, doctors cannot help with that. But as for cataract, yes, we can restore the vision to a certain degree by surgical procedure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm ready for the next question if anybody has one.
Okay. Hello, Doc. Good evening.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm Mary.
Hi, I can hear
Please, I want to
you.
find. Okay, so I
A
want
quick
to find out.
introduction, please. Just a 10 seconds introduction. Tell
Mary.
us your name, please.
I'm Mary.
Is that a Mary Bryant?
I'm Mary Ajin.
Okay. Please talk to us. What's your question?
Okay, so you did mention that the glaucoma, okay, it can be genetic if it runs through the genes but I also want to find out.
Yes, it can be diagnostic.
Okay. I want to find out the real cause of the buildup of the pressure in the eye. Is it due to like general hypertension or any other activity? And so, would that mean that if you don't have hypertension, then you are not at risk as well? Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mary. Truthfully, glaucoma is also another definition of, in a funny way, hypertension of your eyes. But it does not necessarily mean somebody who has hypertension in their body has glaucoma. Actually, it is possible when you pick 10 people who have hypertension, 0 of them will have glaucoma. It's because the way the pressures increase in your eye is very different from how the pressures in your body increase. So, glaucoma, sometimes you don't need an external pressure to be introduced into your face or your eye to be able to get glaucoma. You stated that I said it can be passed on genetically. Yes. You could be born, you did not do anything wrong, just because mommy or daddy has it, and then they gift it to you as part of the family package. Very beautifully. Fortunately, when you see your eye doctor quite early and we catch the symptoms and the signs very early, we can do a lot. Your vision could be preserved sometimes even to your grave. You would not go blind. But there are people that will catch it too late and unfortunately they will go blind. Other means that somebody can get glaucoma is by steroid abuse. Even with the eye medication that we give, some of them that have steroid in them, we always emphasize. You can take them for this number of days, nothing more, nothing more, because we know a lot, even though it may be doing its job in your eyes, too much of it, or when you abuse it, it can raise the pressures in your eye. Other ways the pressure in your eye can increase is by physical pressure. By that I mean a fight, an accident. Maybe somebody was swinging his hand or any part of their body, their head, and it hit your face, and the impact was very hard. That alone is enough to introduce perpetual pressure in your eyes, and it could cause glaucoma. Some of them could be as ordinary as this slap. People have been slapping people around. If it is that bad, yes, it could introduce glaucoma. And then you could be thinking, so doc, do you mean what about people who have been boxing in the rings? Yes, any kind or sort of external force that is introduced into your face, whether intentionally or accidentally, it can increase the pressure in your eyes. By pressure in your eye, I mean the eye is a ball. That's why we call it an eyeball. There is a pressure in it like a football that keeps it round. It has a range. It can go slightly down, slightly up. That's about 11 to 21 when we measure it. Anything too high, anything too low could be bad. So just like football, when the pressure goes too high, maybe the football may burst. But for your eye, it can't burst. It will just attack your optic nerve and cut it so that your eyeball cannot send information to your brain to interpret it for you. So basically, that's some of the ways that the pressure in your eyes can increase without being passed on genetically. Mary, I hope we are clear on that, please.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to unmute. Yes. Thank you, Doc.
You're most welcome. Abel has put it in the chat box. He says, very insightful presentation. I do feel blurry eyes sometimes and severe headache. Is it related to my use of mobile phones, computer, or what, doctor? Okay. There's a class or a group of conditions your eyes can suffer. We call it computer vision syndrome, or another type is dry eye syndrome that we are exposed to. because we work with phones or tablets or computers. Mostly these ones do not cause blindness. That's why I did not address it today. But definitely, yes, Abel, a lot of people have these symptoms you are talking about because of their long hours of screen time. I call it screen time, whether it is phone, whether it is tablet or PCs. They are a big occupational hazard we've been dealing with nowadays. So you would see a lot of people in what we call the screen protective lenses to give them protection, like a construction officer who has a helmet on when they are at the construction site, just to protect their head from injury from a falling object. Um, the screen protective lenses do same for you when you have them on, and I recommend it is the type that your doctor has tested and approved for you. When you have it on, it gives a very good level of protection to your eyes whilst you are stuck behind your screens. And so, yes, it's a good idea to check out with your doctor. It can help. Screen protective lenses are just one of the ways that can fix it. It is not all of them that are necessarily because you have computer vision syndrome or dry eye syndrome. It could be something else. There are other conditions, including even tumor in your eyes. They can give you bad headaches. They can give you blurry vision as well. So a lot of things can cause blurry vision and headaches because you work with your screens. All right, I think I'll take two more questions and then we'll call it a day. And I will recommend if, oh, somebody has another question for me in the chat box. Patience says, please, the second question is for Theo, a physical exercise. For physical exercises, great. Well, that's taking me all the way back. Maybe I didn't address it. The best physical exercise for your eye as an adult is to give your eyes break away from near target. By near target, I was addressing someone's screen time. If your job requires that you work with screens, if it requires that you're always writing all the time, after 20 minutes of work, ideally, the screen-induced people, you take a 20 seconds break away from your screens, and then usually you look away from your desk, far away, sometimes through your windows at an object 20 meters and beyond. So it could be an ordinary bird flying away, or you look through your window, or just go do something away from something too close to you. So for an adult, that's one of the best eye exercises you can do. But for children, especially under 14 years, I bet you parents send them out of the room to do an outdoor game. Indoor games for children, especially under 14 years, it is very bad. Most of them grow up with myopia, short-sightedness. When you watch movies, you see how these Asians, Korea, China, these people, they wear glasses a lot, usually because their housing structures, they are confined indoors most of the time. So your eyeball is trained to do only near work. You grow up to find out that, oh man, I cannot see too well at far. At that point, your doctors have to give you lenses to be able to see well at far. So for kids under 14 years, always recommend outdoor games. Little or no screen time is best for them. Okay, Ima says, if you feel sensation in your eyes, you even feel there's a spot in the eye, and when you visit your eye doctor, all his prescription is eyeglasses, what do you do? Unless you have doubt about your doctor's competence, Ima, I'm addressing you in case you are listening. However you feel in your eyes, if your doctor keeps giving you glasses, and you still feel it's not addressing your issue, get a second opinion from another eye doctor. That's what I would recommend. That's when you have doubt about his competence. But if another doctor is saying the same thing, of course, you can get another opinion from another doctor. But there's a condition we call vitreous spots and strands. Vitreous spots and strands. There could be some black or dark dots in your vision. Sometimes they move as you move your eyes up or down, left and right. Those ones, some of them, it is only your doctor who can even tell which one is dangerous, which is not. Some of them are a very bad indication of something terrible going on in your eyes. When your doctor examines you and it is not that type, there's another class that it's nothing. It's just your vitreous humor, the liquid in your eyeball that keeps your eye round. And sometimes it develops bubbles and some things that could present like that. That one, he can't give you an eye drop that can fix the spots. There is no injection in your eye that fixes that. There is no medication you swallow that fixes it. If he keeps giving you glasses, it must be because he thinks it is helping with something you may not know. But I think you talk to him about it and ask him, Doc, why am I wearing the glasses? It is not addressing this experience I'm getting. Why am I wearing the glasses? And then maybe he will talk to you about it. And I encourage everybody, please question your eye doctors. Ask them, Doc, why am I taking this medication? What is it doing for me? Why do I have glasses? How is it helping me? If you're not convinced, quick, get a second opinion. It's the best shot for you. All right, Ima, I hope I've addressed your question. Yes, so there are no more questions in my chat box. And if there are no more questions for me, from my people listening online, then I think we may be calling it a day. It's 8 p.m. and in the next 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody
Hi,
has a
Doc.
question. Hi, somebody just came up.
Yeah, Sophie here again.
Please come again with your name.
Sophie, I spoke earlier.
Oh, Sophie has another question.
No, I just wanted to know if we'll be able to get a recording of this just so we could listen. So I actually joined in
Yes.
midway.
Our technical team always records this and makes it available on our various social media handle. The most popular one is our YouTube channel. My moderator will talk to you more about that. And so you will know how you can access the recording. But most importantly, for everyone listening, you are always welcome to Ghana, Canada to get your eyes checked. Find out every question you have in mind, even if it is not Ghana, Canada, and you live far away, or you don't like to come here, even though I want you to come. Do not hesitate to go and see your eye doctor. For adults, I insist, no matter how busy you are, no matter how tough life is, no matter how sweet your marriage or your single life is, please go visit your eye doctor and say hi once in a year. At worst, once in 2 years. It will keep you on the safer side. After all the plenty talking I've done, if you do not go, there's nothing the doctors can do to help you. Thank you very much for listening, and we would love to have you around, whether by our Zoom meetings or in person. So, over to you, Tasha. Thank you, everybody. This is Dr. Oduro, Ghana, Canada's eye doctor. Well, we have come to the end of today's presentation, and you are always very welcome to Ghana, Canada to get your health issues sorted out. Not just the eye doctor can be helpful. We have a variety of specialists who can be very useful to you, from our cardiologist to our pediatrician to Ops and Gynae department, our labs, the maternity, and various services that we provide. Please do visit any of our social media handles to see more about our services. And most importantly, if you have further questions and you want to get answers to it, call us 055 in case somebody's listening. 055 199 0807. Call our front desk 055 199 And our nice gentlemen and ladies are front desk. They will give you all the answers you need. Once again, thank you very much for joining us for today's presentation. I am proud that you made it. There is a link in the chat box. You can also follow us to our YouTube channel and you can see more of our content. God bless you very much for joining us. We will see you around again. Bye-bye.
Bye.